Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I was just sitting here pulling some cards just to try to get a gauge of what the collective is going through and make some sense of some energies that have presented themselves this morning. And I was guided to come on here and share it all with you guys. It's definitely a collective energy that people need to know about. The first thing that came in to speak was ant spirit. And I know that it's that time of year in the spring where the ants come out, but they have been showing up and it's been kind of relentless. And it's really cold outside too. So, usually they will come out in the warmer weather, but it's been really, really cold. And so just my intuition is telling me that there's a bigger message in their presence in my life right now, and that they have a message for the community, the collective community of all of us ants out there that are trying to find each other. It's like a stray ant here and a stray ant there, and without each other, they're really kind of lost. They really don't really know which direction to go. And 111 on my recording, it feels a lot like there are some of you who are wanting to step up in their role as being a leader or being a guide and not quite sure how to do that. And there are people in your tribe and people in your community who are there to help you and assist you and for you to assist them. But you guys haven't found each other yet because there is this need to do it yourself, or to, it's hard to ask for help, or it's hard to ask for guidance or find the right guidance or whatever it is. There's this insecurity in the field right now, a really deep insecurity. There are lots of other things that are going on, but one of the major programs that has come back around for release, for awareness and release, is the narcissistic empath dynamic and relationship. And on both sides of, without looking at either one of those sides more than the other, what they have in common is insecurity, lack of confidence. That's what the narcissist has, that's what the empath has. And so Ant Spirit is coming to help show the way, to say that there are collaborations and partnerships trying to come into your field right now that it's time to open up to, that you need to open yourself up to, that you're not meant to do it on your own, even though you are able to. The struggle of doing it yourself is also an old program that it's important to abolish, that it's a separation program. And our sovereignty, when we're looking for sovereignty on the journey of consciousness and spirituality and all that, does not mean that we do it alone. Closing ourselves off to others in order to know that we can do it on our own is, I hear trauma response, it is isolation, it's protecting ourselves sometimes. And even though we are able to, at any time, we could survive and do whatever we need to do on our own. But we are meant to come together and create a community and a tribe and establish human connection. It's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to bring oneness to the planet and between human beings. And we're meant to hold each other up. We're meant to help support each other in a way that's encouraging too. And there are so many people out there who support you, who support what you do, who support your gifts and who you are. And the program, the insecurity, comes from the program of separation that keeps people who disapprove of you and who you are and what you do in your field and in your awareness. There are always going to be both of those people. But that program inside of you, that insecurity separation program, keeps you focused on pleasing the ones who don't approve of you in order to gain approval, in order to feel right about yourself, in order to find confidence in yourself. We have to convince the naysayers or gain support. And a lot of times that comes from our upbringing and our parent wound, and trying to please them in order to gain love. That we need to change who we are, or shift or adapt who we are in order to please who they think we should be. And that's not love. That's not the kind of love that we seek. That's struggle. That's resistance. That's fear. And as much as we need to consider other people who are in our community and in our family and in our tribe, we do sometimes make decisions according to what their preferences are and what they're comfortable with without judging it. But when it becomes you sacrificing who you are and not listening to your intuition and abandoning yourself and who you are, it becomes this push-pull dynamic, and it becomes I'm right, you're wrong. It becomes narcissist, empath. It becomes people-pleasing, and it just comes from a state of like needing to survive. Because if someone in the pack, this goes back to our primal instincts. If we were wolves in a pack out in the wilderness and we got rejected by the pack, in us, we would have this immediate fight or flight response and go into a trauma mode because we would feel that our lives were in danger. Because outside of the pack, you don't have the protection of the pack, and you're more likely to be attacked and killed. So in us, we have that innate response to being rejected by a group or by our tribe or our people, especially the ones that we were raised by. But what Ant Spirit is telling us is to, if you've recently been rejected, or if you have pulled back, or if you have felt this resistance in this community of people, or a connection of people, or even just in, between you and one other person, and you feel just this, you keep pulling back, or they keep pulling back, or whatever it is, it's almost like we're in this void transition period. We've been talking about that for a while, but this transition period, and it's time to embrace that transition and realize that we're transitioning and shifting to a different group, a different community, a different place that draws out a different aspect of our self-identity, of who we are inside. That this other group, it maybe has run its course because it's extracted and activated everything within you that it was meant to, whether that's good or whether that's something that needed to be healed, like a lesson or whatever it is. And the more that we stay over here, it's extracted all of the gifts out of you that you needed, but now it's really only just activating and reactivating and reactivating and reactivating all of these wounds that you've already looked at. It just bolsters that insecurity. And the fear of change has always stopped us or slowed things down in shifting from that group or that tribe or that job or that relationship or whatever it is, slowed us down and from making the decision to turn and face this way and shift and find a new place, find a new group of people who will extract something different from us. Because what was coming out of us before was comfortable, familiar. That's the word that I'm looking for. It was familiar. It's what we were used to our whole lives. But now we're shifting into this new earth. We're shifting into this new version of us. And we have to accept that. And we have to accept that we're getting ready to see some things and extract some things in us that we didn't realize were even there. Just by making the bold move and the decision to shift here and follow what feels good. People, situations, opportunities are going to start to present themselves to you that look like people who really love what you do and who gain such value from who you are, and even just being in your presence. Lean towards those people. This one person might lead you to another person, and it may look completely different than what you ever thought it was going to be. So maybe this job is what you had always dreamed of, and you got to this point, and it's what you've put so much work into. That's what we have a hard time shifting away from, is something that we have put so much time and effort and energy into and work into. It feels like a waste of time or something to shift and start over. It feels very unstable. It feels insecure to shift over to something that now is going to need a different kind of focus and is going to need to put in more work. I guarantee you that work that you put in over here is not wasted at all. There are going to be so many aspects of what you put into that job or that group of people or that relationship, so many aspects of that you are taking with you, but they are viewed differently by different people. There is a different perspective about those aspects of you that ran its course with this other version of you and is really only activating lower vibrational energies in you. And you have gotten to the point of not needing to witness that again, Create whatever boundaries you need to. Look inside of yourself, and I've healed that. That's about you. I'm going to turn this way and communicate with these people over here who help to raise my vibration, who help to support my higher vibration. I'm not getting that vibration from them. They're supporting and mirroring my higher vibration. And I choose that now, 11:44 on my recording. There are going to be new jobs, different, even a different industry than what you thought it was going to be. And I had pulled some cards here, and I maybe will do this is essentially that reading. Maybe I'll take a picture of the cards and put them on the video here, but there's going to be new opportunities and new offers, and it could be a new offer of love. It's a whole new path than what you expected altogether. A new job offer, new job opportunity, a new group of friends, a new connection in some way, someone showing up from your past too who looks completely different than they ever did before, and it's almost like it's a new person. This opportunity is going to show up, and I have Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles, and the Tower, and the Eight of Wands. So this opportunity is going to cause a big shakeup in your life. And it's going to cause whatever has been being dismantled, whatever has stopped you from shifting away from that old mentality and that old way of being and that old group of people or that old job or that old you. The Tower and this new opportunity is going to help to sever that connection there. And it's going to leave you kind of floating in the middle there somewhere. That's where the insecurity comes in, and it feels like, oh shit, what do I do now? There's no going back. And you don't want to anyway. It's time for that change. Now we have to embrace it, and the only thing that we can do now is trust. In the middle of this space, it's okay to say, I'm insecure. I feel unbalanced a little bit. I feel on rocky ground because it's not familiar. It's a little scary in that way, but I trust. Everything is as it should be right now, and just breathe into that space. Feel what it feels like to kind of be separated from that old way of thinking. And also think about the things that you would like to bring along with you, the things that felt really good, the things that still feel good about that old way or that old job or whatever. Bring those along with you. Make the decision to bring those along with you. Those are going to help you to feel a little bit more confident and to feel more secure. That not all is lost. All of that work was not in vain. That was building. Those were the building years. That was building to the next phase of your life. And what you do right now in this transition period is really going to set the stage for moving forward. This is the opportunity for you to be authentically you and be honest and open about you no matter what. If you're going up for a new job that you feel unqualified for because of it feels unfamiliar or it feels different or it looks different or it's in a different field than you ever would have thought before, just know that you were guided to that because of who you are, not who they think they need, not what the position looks like to you. You were guided to that because you have something to offer that no one else has to offer. And unless you present the authentic you can't sync up with that opportunity. Seize it. Are you supposed to get that job? Maybe you were just supposed to make a connection with the person interviewing you. Maybe that was meant to lead to the next job or whatever it is. Or that job is about to shake up and help release whatever is not secure or happy or for your highest vibration in your reality right now. It's the best thing that can happen to you. So just allow yourself to turn forward. Choose that. There's some fear in there. There's the unknown. That's the insecurity that's talking. But allow your faith to be stronger than your fear. Say, even though I'm afraid, I'm still going to do it. I'm just going to be bold. And I'm going to be brave. And I'm going to do it anyway. There is this new person or a new relationship coming in. This doesn't look anything like what I thought or what I've ever experienced before. And I feel scared and I feel unsure but at the same time, it feels good. It feels good. So I'm just going to trust that it's going to show me whatever it's meant to show me. Is it another lesson? You're going to see, but trust that you have the tools and the intuition and the things that you have extracted from this old life and this old way of being, the tools that you need to know one way or the other by tuning into your feelings and your intuition and your gut. Does this feel good? Does this feel aligned with the new me? Or are those hints of those old patterns and the way those other people used to treat me? 2:02 on my clock. Are you, it's about finding your value. And there are some times where other people are reflecting your true value. The people who really understand and get you and value who you are and what you do, they're going to show themselves to you. Follow those people. Team up with those people. That's your ant crew. That's who you need to be following, okay? So when the opportunities for lessons are going to show up as well, create your boundaries, sever the ties, and just say, I've learned that lesson, though. That's your lesson to learn. I don't need to be a mirror for that. I'm not going to be a mirror for that unless you're willing to see the mirror. If you're willing to see the mirror and learn from that, I'm willing to mirror that to you, but that means I don't come back here. You come up here with me. And if they're not willing to do that, sever ties and create those boundaries. Decide what your energy is going to be. Decide what your emotion is going to be, what your reaction is going to be. And command your field. Command your energy field. It is going to be so easy to do because you're going to see the patterns of the old and the patterns of the new. And almost immediately, it can be almost an immediate thing where someone comes in and they are unhappy with you or something that you did. And you know that I feel really good about that situation. I feel really good about that reading that I did. And I know that it was really empowered and I was totally channeling spirit or whatever it is. I know that that doesn't feel good because I know that it's theirs. Almost immediately, someone else is going to come in and say, I really appreciate the work that you do. This thing that you said just has really stuck with me and has made such a big difference in my life. Can I go further with you, or can I help you with something, or whatever it is? This collaborative energy. Collaboration, teamwork, community over competition. Not competing energetically anymore with the people and situations in your life. Moving towards supportive, connective, collaborative oneness opportunities. That's the new path. That's the new path. I think that I'm going to go ahead and go through, and there may be some more messages that come out. This is definitely divine masculine, divine feminine energy being balanced here. And it's so interesting the way that it came out. There's masculine energy on the one side, feminine on the other side, a clear difference in their energies. But then what's happening on both sides is essentially the same thing too. So I'll do a separate reading for that and read through all of these cards for you, and hopefully some more information specifically for divine feminine, specifically for divine masculine is going to come out. But either way, this message is for a lot of you shifting into a new way of being. Just know that the insecurity right now is an old pattern that is coming in to show you and to lead you to your confidence. Just be honest about who you are. Be confident in who you are by saying, that's not about me. That's not about me. That's about them. What do I know? What do I believe? What do I feel in this moment? Bring yourself back into the present moment. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, or if you want to book a private reading with me or a one-on-one session, dig more into this for you, find out what it is that's coming in for you or who's coming in for you, all my information is down in the box below. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.